Picture this. Jim Jones's son, who has always been a quiet, calculated figure, attacking Camron. It's all because of a shocking tape that is rocking Harlem to its foundation. This isn't your typical leak. It's a scandal so personal and profound that it's shattering our preconceived notions about this hip-hop dynasty. What actually happened between the two former friends, Camron and Jim Jones, was this random attack. We're all accustomed to the drama in the world of hip-hop feuds, backstabbing, secret beefs, and the constant social media spats that seem to occur. What's really in this tape that sent shockwaves through the streets? We have the inside scoop, the juicy details, and the shocking truth that no one is prepared for. Isn't just about a family dispute, it's about loyalties broken, secrets exposed, and careers shattered. Stay put, because, believe me, isn't something you want to miss. The truth is about to drop, and it's going to blow your mind. Don't even consider clicking away. Define the culture, but the situation between Jim Jones Camron and Chrissy is more than just a rap feud. It's a full-fledged family scandal that will reveal secrets no one ever thought would come to light. You know Jim Jones, the Dipset legend, right? He's been in the business for more than 20 years, and his rise to fame was nothing short of iconic. But behind all the gaudy jewelry and successful records, the rapper has always kept his family close, especially Chrissy, his longtime partner. Together, they have been the epitome of ride or die, showcasing their unwavering bond to the public, or so we believed. Camron, on the other hand, is no stranger to controversy either. He and Jim Jones were like brothers, and their chemistry on and off the mic was a major factor in the success of the group. However, what happens when the boundaries between business, friendship, and family become blurred, and the real problems, the ones no one sees coming, begin to spill into the open? It can be disastrous, and that's exactly what happened when yes, you read correctly, a leaked tape of Chrissy went viral, destroying the composed facade they had meticulously constructed over the years. The quiet one, the one who usually avoids the spotlight, Jim Jones's son, has just exploded. Rumors are circulating, accusations are being made, and the distance between these once close brothers is widening daily. But why is a simple leak of an intimate moment causing such a storm? Let's break it down. It all began with the leaked tape, which everyone has been whispering. The tape depicts a private moment between Chrissy and someone she should never have trusted. In fact, we've been hearing rumors of betrayal, exploitation, and some unspoken truths about Chrissy's past that no one ever thought would surface. But that's just the beginning. Now, Jim Jones's son, who has mostly remained in the background, up until now, is coming forward in a fit of rage because this tape isn't just an attack on his mother. It's an attack on everything his family stands for. Rap is one thing, but when you're discussing family matters, things become personal, and it's obvious that things just went. The real question is, why now? Why would someone leak such a deeply personal tape about Chrissy, and more importantly, who stands to gain from all of this chaos? If you think that's where it ends, you're wrong. The more we investigate this scandal, the more bizarre it becomes. The facts don't add up. The motivations become even more hazy, and now Camron finds himself in the center of it all. Why is he involved? What role does he play in the story, and what does he have to do with this massive fallout? Is he merely a casualty of a messy situation, or is he a key player in this entire game? As of right now, the public's response has been nothing short of explosive. Fans, celebrities, and influencers are all contributing. The streets are talking, blogs and gossip sites are sharing their thoughts. And even the mainstream media is picking up on the rumors. This isn't just a rap feud. It's something much bigger, and it's turning into a soap opera by the minute. Maybe wondering how we got here, and how Jim Jones's son turned a leaked tape of Chrissy into a full-fledged attack on Camron. Well, that's where things get even more bizarre. We have the inside scoop from the people who know exactly what's happening behind the scenes. But before we get into that, let's talk about the fallout from this scandal. Camron has already been dragged through the mud, with social media tearing into him. His loyal followers are now questioning everything, and we're seeing old wounds from his past with Jim Jones beginning to heal. Is not just some random footage of Chrissy. This is something much more explosive that could cause irreparable damage to not only the Jones family but the entire Dolphin legacy itself. Resurface, can this friendship withstand such a public mess? Or is this the last nail in the coffin of a relationship that has been on the rocks for years? Let's take a step back and look more closely at what's actually happening behind the scenes because, believe me, this story is about more than just a leaked tape and a son who is upset with his father's former best friend. This scandal goes much deeper than that. And when we start making connections, we realize that this whole situation may be a ticking time bomb. As for the tape itself, from what we've been told, isn't your average tabloid leak. It's planned and intended to accomplish more than just make headlines. The revealed footage depicts Chrissy Lampkin in a compromising situation that goes far beyond anything she could have ever imagined would end up in the public eye. Chrissy has been in the spotlight for years and has always been Jim's rock, the supportive woman behind his success. But what if that image is about to be destroyed? But why would someone want to bring down Chrissy in such a public way? And what exactly is their endgame? This is where things get even more interesting. According to the anonymous sources we've been in contact with, this leak was not an accident. In fact, it was reportedly purposefully released by someone who knows exactly how to pull the right strings. There are also claims that the leak wasn't just about Chrissy's private life, but also about Camron. It seems that there is footage of both Chrissy and Camron that it's one thing to hear about a beef between two men. But why is Chrissy being dragged into this in such a dramatic way? If you're wondering how Jim Jones's son got involved, here's where it gets even more. Insiders say that Jim's son has always been extremely protective of Chrissy, especially when it comes to anything that could cast doubt on her reputation. In fact, we're hearing that Jim's son has been fighting privately in order to protect Chrissy. His frustration isn't just about a leak. It's about revealing what's actually been going on behind closed doors in the Dipset camp for all these years. Additionally, sources close to the situation suggest that Jim's son's anger isn't just about protecting his mother's name. It's about vindication. Keep in mind that these family secrets have been simmering for years. And this tape may have been the spark that ignited everything. Finally, let's not forget Camron's history with the Jones family. The fallout between Camron and Jim Jones has long been known to the public. But what exactly happened between the two men? Did Camron cross a line? Or was he merely a bystander? In all of this, or was there more to the betrayal that we never saw? It's the real question that everyone is asking, and to be honest, nobody seems to have an answer. Some claim that the two men's relationship had been deteriorating for years, prior to the public fallout, but the real question is, it's not just about the leak. It's about how Camron fits into the larger picture of this family feud. Word on the street is that Camron has been trying to keep quiet and distance himself from any accusations. But that may be more difficult than he believes. We've seen him speak out publicly. But what if that's just the tip? Here's what we're piecing together so far: the tape, the public reaction, and the hidden motives behind all this drama. The public wants answers, and they're not going to stop until they get them. But are we really getting the whole picture? Let's talk about the consequences and ripple effect that this whole situation is having on everyone involved, including Jim Jones, Camron, Chrissy Lampkin, and even Jim's family. Could it be that he's hiding something from the public that is so damaging that the only way to protect his reputation is to keep quiet? This scandal is starting to get messy, and it's only going to get worse from here. Fans and celebrities are weighing in, and the pressure is mounting on everyone involved. In the end, this whole situation is beginning to unravel in ways that no one saw coming. There are too many unanswered questions, too many inconsistencies, and too many people who stand to lose everything if this gets any worse. The real question now isn't about the tape, but rather about the future. Where do they stand? Social media has been brutal throughout this incident, but what about the legal repercussions? Will any of them face criminal charges for leaking that tape? We have only just begun to uncover the drama that is playing out in front of our eyes. And the shocking revelations are just getting started. As the dust settles, the full extent of what is happening becomes apparent. The leaked tape, the family drama, the public backlash, this is far from over. The truth is that everyone involved has something to lose, and we haven't even seen the picture yet. Fallout, we've already talked about the emotional toll this situation is taking on Jim Jones's son. But let's take a moment to consider what this whole mess means for Jim Jones himself. The legendary rapper founded his career on his music, his larger-than-life persona, and his connections to the hip-hop community. But now he finds himself at the center of a scandal that could ruin his entire legacy. What happens when a man who has spent decades in the spotlight is caught up in something this messy? This situation could cost Jim more than just his reputation, according to people close to him. We're talking about the possible failure of business, endeavors, endorsements, and more. It's not just about public opinion. Could completely alter the course of his career. However, let's take a moment to look at the wider picture. While Jim Jones deals with the fallout from his son's reaction and the leaked tape, Camron may be facing even more serious repercussions. As much as Camron has distanced himself from the drama, something is hiding beneath the surface that could reveal much more than anyone had expected. Camron may be adept at keeping things under wraps, but there's no doubting that things are getting worse faster than anyone can handle. According to unverified sources, there may be financial repercussions that could lead to the collapse of Camron's empire. We're talking about huge endorsement deals and business partnerships that could be broken. As much as this scandal is about Camron, Jim Jones, Chrissy, Lampkin, and the media, there is a darker force at work here. The media has been playing a big part in stoking the flames of this feud, turning it into a spectacle for the public. What happens when the media gets involved in a situation like this? It's already becoming clear that isn't just a celebrity feud. It's a media circus that's feeding off the drama. What does that mean for the people involved? The more the media digs, the more they uncover. And with this much attention, the risk of more explosive details coming to light is higher than ever. Just when they thought they'd had enough, more leaks are being reported and the stories are beginning to overlap. Even so-called journalists are doing to take advantage of the situation. They're picking sides, making accusations, and spreading gossip. Each piece of information is making the scandal even worse. Legal side of things, we've heard rumors of possible lawsuits, but there's a very real chance that a courtroom drama is imminent. What if Chrissy, Lampkin, or Jim Jones decides to sue the person who leaked the information? What if Chrissy, Lampkin decides to take legal action against the person responsible? The legal ramifications could grow in unexpected ways, and it could result in years of litigation, public scrutiny, and possibly even criminal charges for the person who leaked the tape. But it doesn't end there. There's also the question of betrayal. Who was behind the leak? And was it someone close to the? We know for certain that someone had access to sensitive material. But their motivations are still unknown. Did someone in Jim's camp betray him? Or is this just another calculated move to bring down one of the biggest names in hip-hop? Don't forget about social media, which has turned into a battlefield where fans, haters, and even celebrity insiders have weighed in on the drama. Jim Jones's son has already made his position clear, but what about Chrissy? She hasn't said much, but, everyone is on edge, trying to figure out what's going to happen next. Is this the end of Jim Jones and Camron's long-standing feud? Or is this just the beginning of an even bigger clash that could change the dynamics of the entire industry? Let's be honest, nobody anticipated this. If she decides to speak out, the drama will only get worse. Then there's Camron. Will he respond? Or will he remain silent, hoping the storm passes? People with families, careers, and reputations at stake are at the center of all this chaos. As much as we enjoy a good scandal, we must keep in mind that when things get out of control, there is a cost. What comes next for Jim, Cam, Chrissy, and the rest of the crew? Will they ever be able to mend the damage caused by this scandal? Or is it too late to save what remains of their public image? Time is running out, and the world is waiting. As for us, keep checking back because this story is far from over. What do you think about this explosive situation? Do you think Jim Jones's son has every right to pursue Camron? Or is just another instance of family drama gone too far? What will happen to these hip-hop titans next? Will they be able to salvage their legacies? Or is this the beginning of the end? The truth is that we're only beginning to uncover this scandal. There's still so much more to uncover. What secrets will be revealed next? What if even more significant revelations surface in the upcoming weeks? Trust us, you won't want to miss it. So if you think this story is just getting started, please like this video and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the matter. Who is at fault here? Who is hiding something? And what do you think the next course of action should be? Oh, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the most exciting and dramatic updates. We have more shocking content coming your way, and we assure you that you won't be disappointed. Wish to miss it? Keep checking back, and we'll see. I'll be in the next one.